Xi Jinping of China is positioned to rule that country for life, according to what experts are claiming. One says, I don't see any major political obstacle to his accession. Well, this is what has been going on there for such a long time. Michaela Burrow and Philip Lazitsky, Daily Caller News Foundation, on WD report, General Secretary Xi Jinping is poised to assume lifelong control over China during the 20th National Congress of the Chinese Communist Party CCP on October 16, experts told Daily Caller. Over the last decade, Xi Jinping has purged political rivals, eliminated laws meant to check his power, and birthed a cult of personality, all in preparation for the coming assembly, where the 69-year-old dictator is expected to permanently cement his position atop the CCP's hierarchy. Xi now stands at a crossroads. He may be re-elected for a third term, or he might alter the constitution yet again and become the first Chinese leader to adopt the title chairman since the position was eliminated in 1982, the role which would effectively elevate Xi beyond all legal bounds. Well, this is what Putin has done in Russia, hasn't he? Now, the Miles Yu, director of Hudson Institute's China Center and former China policy advisor to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, said, I don't see any major political obstacle to his ascension to a longer-term supreme leader position, provided that he wanted to. After securing re-election during the 19th Party Congress in 2017, Xi weaponized the law in 2018 to repeal a constitutionally mandated restriction barring leaders from serving more than 2 terms. He could direct the Congress to further alter the Constitution to resurrect the chairman designation for himself, a move that would place him on par with Chairman Mao Zedong as China's only leaders to wield ultimate decision-making authority. According to The Economist, much like Mao, Communist China's revolutionary forefather, Xi Jinping has consolidated his power through a series of political purges that began shortly after he became the CCP General Secretary during the 18th Party Congress in 2012. Xi's ensuing anti-corruption efforts have led to more than 8.58 million arrests. Can you imagine? According to Chinese state-run media, Yu said he has purged a lot of his political opponents, real and perceived, in the last 10 years or so, more than anybody since Mao Zedong. The purges have netted high-profile officials such as the head of the Political and Legal Affairs Commission, the party secretary of Chongqing, the vice chairman of Central Military Commission, the director of the General Office of the CCP, and most recently the Justice Minister himself, leaving few people willing to challenge his authority. Ripping another page from Mao's playbook, Xi Jinping has taken pains to birth a cult of personality beginning in 2017, when he altered China's constitution to include Xi Jinping thought, which among other things aims for socialist modernization. And more recently, he directed the CCP to release a resolution casting himself as a national savior and resurrecting the term Great Helmsman, which had been reserved for Mao Zedong. He's rewritten the rules for exactly this, Dan Harris said, attorney at the Harris Bricken Slawski law firm who specializes in Chinese law. While Xi obtained the title of party chairman is not guaranteed, it would be consistent with the groundwork he's laid thus far. Yet, even as Xi appears positioned to secure power indefinitely, growing opposition to his policies and China's slowing economy may hamstring his ability to fully enact his long-term agenda to elevate China to the status of global superpower, experts said. CCP propaganda markets Xi personnel power grabs as serving the Chinese dream, quote-unquote, the overarching propaganda campaign he unveiled in 2012, promising the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation and moderate prosperity for all. However, disillusioned citizens have traded the Chinese dream for lying flat, a social phenomenon in which individuals consciously reject China's grueling work environment in exchange for lower living standards. China's social discontent is not limited to feeling of apathy. Xi zero COVID contact tracing and lockdown policy, first implemented around June 2020 to quell the pandemic, has also resulted in widespread protest, rioting, and looting. Zero COVID enforcement intensified. Local officials vied to please Xi with strict adherence to the policy, strengthening the premier's hold on power. And yet, in doing so, he may also have jeopardized his goal of national prosperity. The zero COVID policy depends on pre-existing debt crisis, epitomized by a $305 billion default by China, largest real estate developer, and led to the weakest economic growth in recent history of China, recent memory. Xi Jinping will face an uphill battle restarting China's economy, and Xi's recent economic agenda has met with unforeseen challenges, especially in the face of his bid to curtail the international investment that had contributed to China's meteoric rise in recent decades. Now, despite the economic cost, he would prefer to oust foreign investors, as he considers foreigners as potential checks on his influence. And for Xi's party, the focus is on power and control. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.